Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, it's final exam week. You better study because I heard that this test could be a real killer. Tonight's movie, Final Exam.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Worst apocalypse ever! Episode number 23, moving our way down, moving on up to the east side. Anyways, tonight, coming off of last night's pretty good recommended giallo, The Dead Are Alive, otherwise known as The Etruscan Kills Again. We move on to the next movie, and like I said before, it's time to get back to those go-to genres, and so tonight I am going to be reviewing an 80s slasher flick, because 80s slasher flicks are, like I must say, the bomb! So tonight we are going to review the movie Final Exam, which is interesting because final exams are probably getting close to happening. Anyway, so what is Final Exam about? Well, it starts off with a young couple from a local college in their convertible, doing what young couples do in the dark in their car, when all of a sudden a maniac shows up and dispatches them. And that rumor makes it all the way to another college where a group of friends are talking about the carnage that has occurred. And lo and behold, a creepy van is driving around with an unusual, unknown person driving and apparently stalking them. And, well, it is final exam week, and the college is starting to clear out, so there's not a lot of people left, and we have this small core of friends, a couple fraternity brothers, a nerd, if you will, a girl who seems to be the good girl who's studying, and then, of course, this blonde, beautiful bimbo. I'm going to call her a bimbo because, she's basically using sex to get her way because she's having an illicit affair with a married professor so that she doesn't have to study well anyways. But let's just say that this core of loose friends, I guess, because, they kind of, the nerd gets kind of, treated bad. And, of course, there's a pledge who's dating one of the girls, and not the regular girl, but a third girl, anyways. And he gets kind of abused. Anyways, basically what happens is some college hijinks and then murder. Yes, as the mysterious person stalks and kills them one by one. Who will be able to survive, or will they not be able to survive? Will they be able to stop this madman, and why is it happening? We may never know, unless you watch the movie, that is. Anyways, let's go to the scores, shall we? Violence and Gore, I am going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. A lot of this movie is very low budget, and it's mostly stabby stab, and while there is quite a lot of stabbing, a lot of it isn't shown in frame. So yeah, there is a bit of blood, a little bit of gore, but mainly not like a copious amount. So 2.5 out of 5. Shock value, I'm going to give this a solid 3 out of 5. Look, this killer, my goodness, this killer has the warp capabilities, okay? This killer can teleport at will. He is all over the place, and he just basically jumps out of anywhere at any time, rather effectively, mind you. So, yeah, 3 out of 5. Good job. I mean, there was a couple where I just went, yeah, that was a good one. That was good. that was really good. Anyway, so 3 out of 5. Plot, I am gonna give this a 2 out of 5 because really the first part of the movie is just, college hijinks. And then, like, the final act is when all the juicy killings start really happening. And it kind of meanders in the beginning, and it feels a little slow. And also, like, there's no point except the guys just killing people at random. I mean, this could be considered a spoiler, so spoiler alert, but we never find out who the killer is and why he's doing it. He's just doing it. And I know some people will go, well, that makes it that much scarier. Yes, but that also makes the plot that much more unreliable. For lack of a better term. The plot, it's kind of lazy because then it's like, well, we don't have to worry about motivations. So we don't have to worry about writing that stuff in and being clever about it. We can just make it that he just kills people. So anyways, and spoiler, 2 out of 5. Sorry, I'm going to be mean about it, but yeah, I do want a little more spice in the movie. So moving on, we are going to acting, and I'm actually going to give this a solid 3 out of 5. Yes, there were a couple actors that I think were basically trying to play, or inspired by other college movie roles. And some of it was a little grating, but I think overall the cast does a solid job. And yeah, I think the interactions between the sheriff, the coach, and the security guard, just each of them trying to out-Southern each other was quite fun and amusing. Anyways, 3 out of 5. Moving on to Nudity, I am going to give this a 0.5 out of 5 because there is only one scene. It is really brief. It is really nice, though. She definitely has some nice assets, but yes, really short, really brief. 0.5 out of 5. Moving on to enjoyment factor, I am going to give this a 4 out of 5 just because I really enjoyed how the killer just pops up everywhere. I think, it leads you to not being feeling safe at all. And I like that. I like the creativity behind the way he would just pop up here and there. And so I really did enjoy it. I think overall, yes, I would love to have seen it be a bit more gory and have a bit more elaborate kills. But I think overall, very happy with the way the movie turned out. Given its flaws, I still had a lot of fun with it. And it just, that warm, 80s slasher nostalgia warm in my heart. So 4 out of 5. And my overall impression is a 3.5 out of 5. It is a pretty well put together movie for what it was doing with its budget and its cast. And I have to give it props for that. And it is an early slasher, and it definitely helped paving the way for the slashers to come. And I think rather great. I mean, sure, it would have been even better with a little bit more work with the plot and perhaps a little more budget for some violence and gore, and perhaps paying the girls more to see some things. Anyways, a 3.5 out of 5. Still pretty dang good. And that averages out to a 2.6 out of 5. Once again, failing because of the lack of bonus points. But, I mean, not really failing, but failing to get like a super high score. But still pretty good, 2.6 out of 5. I mean, like I always say, anything over 2.5 in that average score is probably going to be pretty good, unless it's just filled with violence and nudity, which in and of itself is probably pretty good just in those, just for that stuff. Anyways, so there you have it. Final exam. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I will Oh my god, I'm just thinking of something. I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember, kids, when a van full of armed terrorists jump out in the middle of daylight in your school campus and start firing their machine guns wildly in the air, killing several students, and then they go and take the bodies, and you don't notice any like bullet holes or any collateral damage, it might just be a prank. It might just be a prank. Might just be a prank. But you probably still should call the police. Just in case. But in the end, that actually can hurt you because they're gonna the boy who cries wolf. But in this day and age, they're gonna show up every time. But once again, also, if you're thinking about doing that as a prank in this day and age, I would suggest doing something a little less likely to get yourself thrown in jail for a long time and or killed. So yeah.